everyone, Eric with Rockin H. Tonight we're going to spend a little time unpacking a new shipment of donors I've got in. We'll do that and then we'll kind of run around and take a look at the projects that we've got on the bench so far. So let's take a look. Now you might be saying, Eric, why are you doing this over your trash can? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, part of that is I'm out of bench space, actually. I mean, there's just a lot going on my bench, and I really don't like that it's a little unorganized. That drives me a bit crazy, but I'm going to get that sorted out because I really do not like working in a messy place. That's not good for Eric. Okay. So these are the donors. I've got just a lot of projects coming up, and I need 389s. Just basic, generic garden variety 389s, and I have a dealer that helped me out. Now we'll just let this stuff hit the ground. And here's a project that I'm going to have my daughter do as soon as the decals come in. She doesn't know she's going to do it, but by golly she is, because I need the help. Now you might be asking yourself, Eric, how much did you pay for those? Well, this particular bunch of donors I paid $50 each for. And I wish that was a deal that only I got. I wish I could get these at even better, but you know, I'm not going to complain. They'll work. That's a good price. If you buy these on eBay, they're going to be 65 or 70 bucks, depending on the dealer you buy them from. That's just the way it goes. And they come with extra air horns, and it looks like we have some. The airlines aren't. The airlines are in the bag, and so is a fifth wheel cover. Nice. It's got just good old stovepipes on it. Again, what I really needed was a flat top. Oh, look at that, it's got a good roof cap on it too. Sweet. I needed this roof cap, and I needed these sleepers because I'm about out of those sleepers. So, this is round one of donors. So what I do once I get them is, and I go ahead and take them out of the boxes and I get rid of this plastic stuff because I don't need any of that. Let's go ahead and get to that. So here we are. This is where we begin. On all of these DCP trucks, if you've never bought one, they come in this clamshell, and this actually came with it was a tractor trailer set. That's the way they're sold from China. If you're going to buy one of these, from the factory comes as a set, and then dealers like the guy I bought this from, they will go ahead and then split these out and sell trailers and tractors separately. And that's great, because then if you don't like the trailer it comes with, you're not committed to buying it. And most of the time I have run into a couple of circumstances where they did not come with an extra set of mirrors, and this is the first time I can say that I've seen them with the airlines in the bag. To have a fifth wheel cover in the bag is not a surprise. Some just come like that. But the airlines, that's a new one. I have Pete 1 and Pete 2. Those are just parts bins where I stick all my extra parts. And no, before you ask, I don't sell my parts because I need these parts. Oh my gosh, because if I sell them to you, well, especially like the mirrors are the big thing. If I sell the mirrors to you, then I got to go find them someplace when I'm out of them. I am slowly adding to my 3D printed repertoire. For example, 389 air horns are horrible, and I break a ton of them. Come on. So I did manage to 3D print replacement air horns, which is a blessing. And those are actually for sale in my store at rockinhfarmtoys.com if you need them. So just keep that in mind. Okay, we'll just set that there because I'm dropping them. Here is the T880. So this is just a decal job, and I looked at the project and I thought, hey, I think my daughter can do that one because all it is decals. So I will have Miss Kara do this one, and that will be a great starter project for her. My goal is to get my daughter to assemble these rigs once I've got them all painted up. If she would just do assembly for me, oh my gosh, that would make my life so good. Because I have a habit of taking on more work than I can do, which isn't a bad thing. People just have to wait long, which I don't like to leave people waiting. But then again, it also allows me the opportunity to bring other builders on and have them do work and spread the love. Which, man, I love the idea that a rising tide raises all ships. I am all about that, man. If I win and you win, boom! That is awesome. I love that. You'll notice it's not uncommon for a part or two to come off during shipping. I don't really like these clamshells. I don't reuse these. Some guys, they'll do a custom and then ship that truck in the leftover clamshell. I'm not doing that. I think those trucks bang around in there too much. But anyway, not uncommon. If you get one of these trucks that parts will come off, 1,000 reasons why that might happen. I never lose any sleep over it. A lot of guys get pretty anxious because they spent, $100 on a semi set, and guess what? They get it with broken parts, and that ticks them off, which I think that's just, but I don't ever lose any sleep over it. Mostly because I'm taking them apart anyway. Here we go. These bad boys are ready to go under the knife. So what's the next step for these? Well, so 2 of these are already spoken for. They're going to go to a subcontractor I have. He's going to go ahead and do some operation on them. We'll probably have to change out roof cap, change out sleeper pipes, and a couple of other parts, and then these are pretty much ready to go. Oh, and put some decals on them. We'll see. So 2 of them are spoken for. A lot of times they'll just go over in my box of donors, and they'll just wait for the next project to come around, which is what typically happens. So that's where these will go next. Most of the time when I have projects kind of waiting around for the next steps, I put a towel over them just to keep any dust and impurities off of them. This is Phil's 359. He's been promising paint coats for a little while. He's a busy guy, so I don't hold it against him. So that's just chilling over there, and Phil's been a great client, so I don't give him a hard time. And then we've got these for Brenda. I just got paint coats for one of these is going to be Viper Red, and then the other one's going to be two-tone copper and blue. And then I kind of got ahead of myself. I stripped a whole bunch of frames that were blue, that it's just an obnoxious color, and I've got some builds coming up that have painted frames. So the blue ones I went ahead and stripped down. These are donor 389 frames, but they can be used for 379, and 2 of them are going to go here, and 2 of them are going to go to other projects. And then we have all of the parts for these 2 right here. So those are Brenda's trucks. And then we have Brenda's 2 donor frames, and then we have some extra frames that are going to be used in the future. Those are chilling. Then we have Dalton's truck, which is a T880 waiting on a dump bed. That's all this one needs, and it'll be ready to go. But I can't proceed on it until I have the dump bed. So it's just chilling. Over here we have Clark's truck. This is a really cool looking rig. This is a W900L. We painted the frame on this. That is Radiant Fire Metallic. White fenders all around, 3rd axle. Took off the sleeper fairings on the back, took them off, painted the whole thing gloss white, put some decals on it, and it is gorgeous. And then painted the grain trailer to match. Whew, got a video on YouTube now that shows you how to take this apart and paint it. Just waiting on a tarp here for this one. It took me forever to find a lady that could, a seamstress that would actually make me a tarp the way I wanted, and I found her. So she is on that project, but is presently on vacation as of this recording. So we're going to cover that back up. This is Hunter's truck. Here we go. This is aluminum flashing, really easy to work with. You can see here it's just glued to the bottom of the sleeper to give it that extension you see common on so many trucks. I glued it, sanded it, or put body filler on it first, then sanded it, and put this glazing putty on it again because I wasn't happy with it. Now I'm going to sand it yet tonight and then, eventually cut that short. But that's the sleeper. And then here's the cab with the same treatment. Again, used aluminum flashing. You can see the glue right here on the inside of that aluminum. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of aluminum there. It looks much harder than it really is, and I'd recommend aluminum flashing for this purpose. It looks way hard. It really isn't that difficult. But there's a trick to it, and I've got videos showing you how to do this. So that is Hunter's truck. This is actually the wrong frame for this. It's going to get a black frame. So that one we could sit over there, and actually need to bring this over here. And it'll be a 3rd axle truck as well. Now we have Heather's truck. She has a 3-axle bottle for her rig. So this part was bought online from Precision Replicas. Pretty simple product to put on. Really easy. I mean, talk about user friendly. It is dumb simple to put on. Really nice. And then this is her truck, which is a W900 Kenworth. The sleeper fairings have been cut off and sanded smooth. Now we have tape. Wherever you see tape is going to be white, and wherever you see white is going to be black. So last night I taped it. Tonight we'll go ahead and shoot white over this tape to seal it so there's no any grooves for black paint to get down in. As soon as the white's dry, we'll shoot black over the white, and then this truck will be ready to rock and roll as far as that one goes. And then we have Joseph's T800. This T800 is going to be, it's getting an experimental part that's in the mail I 3D designed. Hopefully that works. And then we have another project, and I forget who this is for, but it's going to get decals, and my daughter will work on that. And that is a quick lab update of what is going on. If you like what you see, share it with a friend. Thanks a lot.